Hi guys, welcome back. This video is part 2 of my 3-part video series, How to Write a Process Essay. Part 1 dealt with writing the introduction and the thesis statement. This video deals with how to write the body paragraph. So if we're writing a process essay, we are describing how to do something. We're going to list out and describe and explain the steps of the process. So the body paragraph, or in a longer essay, body paragraphs, plural, it will be simply a list of steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. How to cook spaghetti, right? How to bake a chocolate cake, okay? How to change a flat tire on your car. Okay, the example that we were looking at in video 1 was how to make paper bead jewelry, and that's what we'll be looking at in this video. So first, for the body paragraph, because we're listing out those steps, the transitions we use will be very simple transitions. You could literally have the number first, second, third. You can use transitions like next, after that, when, then, and then for your last step in the process, a finally or a lastly. And so you're just listing out the steps. But after you list each step, in between the steps, you're probably going to want to give the reader a little bit of detail. You don't want a simple bullet point list. First do this, second do that, then do this, and then finally do that, done. And there's going to be a little bit of detail there. You have to help the reader get a better idea of what they're doing and why they're doing it. Okay, so what kind of details can we put in our body paragraph to help explain the process, to help describe the process? Okay, some of the details, some examples of kind of details that you might give, you might describe the materials or supplies needed. If I'm going to be making something or cooking something or fixing something, what materials do I need? What ingredients do I need? I need onions, I need carrots. Okay, if I'm changing, the oil in my car, what kind of oil do I need and how much oil? Okay, so the materials. You might describe how to achieve the step. Describe and explain how to do whatever you're saying that you need to do, right? So you might need a little explanation. You might need 2 or 3 sentences to explain to the reader how they're supposed to do whatever you're telling them to do. Similar to the first item, you might list some necessary tools or equipment. Okay, what do I need? Again, what do I need to do this step? Will I need scissors? Do I need a hammer? Okay, what kind of tools do I need? Equipment? Do I need a computer? Right? Do I need internet access? What do I need? You might tell me how much time the step will take. This step, do I boil the water? Right? Do I boil the water for 10 minutes? Do I put something in the microwave or the oven for 20 minutes? Do I let something dry for an hour? Do I leave something overnight? Is this going to take me a few hours? Is this going to take me 2 days? How long? You might explain to me why that step is important. So you're telling me to do something, and then you can tell me why you need to do that, why it's very important that you complete that step, okay? And then lastly, you might give me a helpful suggestion or a warning. So you give me some advice when you're doing a certain step, what to do, what not to do, right? So let's go back and look at our sample and see what kind of details they gave us in their body paragraph. Okay, so here's the body paragraph for the process essay on how to make paper bead jewelry. Take a second, pause the video, read this paragraph before we discuss it. Okay, now, have you read it? Okay, let's look at it. We can see the first step, we have our transition first, choose the paper. After they tell us to choose the paper, they'll tell us what kind of paper. So here we're describing the materials that I need. And they say you can use any kind of paper, okay? Customers often like bright, colorful beads. So paper from magazines or posters works well. So again, tell me what kind of paper I need. Give me a helpful suggestion or some advice on where to find this bright, colorful paper. The second step, we see the transition next. You cut the paper. And here they give me an explanation. They don't just say cut the paper. They have to give me a little more detail and explain to me how to cut the paper, in which shape, wide, cut it in wide and thin triangles. Okay, you want it to be in different sizes and shapes. So they give me an explanation. Third step, we have the transition third. They say you roll the paper, okay? And then here they tell me that this step requires a small stick. Use a toothpick or a needle. So here's our tools, our equipment. What do we need to do this step? Okay, and then the next step, we see the transition after that. Put some glue on the end of the paper. Let's continue and find out what happens after that. We'll read the second half of this body paragraph. Okay, so again, go ahead and pause the video, read the rest of the body paragraph, and then we can talk about it. All right, back. So the last step, the transition was after that. We said you need to glue the paper. It says wait for the glue to dry. Okay, so again, it may take a few moments. So they're giving us a time here, right? Just a little bit of time. Wait a little bit. Wait for the glue to dry. Okay. When, next step, you have mini beads, you can make a bracelet, take a string, put the string, okay? We're again describing, explaining the step. And then our next step has the transition. Then put the varnish on the beads, okay? They give me a comparison. It's like painting. The varnish is clear and makes the beads hard and shiny. So here they're telling me why we do this step. Okay, why do we need to put varnish on the beads? It makes the beads hard and shiny. So sometimes your detail will be explaining the importance or the reason for doing that step. Finally, let the beads dry. This step can take 2 to 3 days. So here we have, again, a time, how long this step will take. Okay, and so we can see there are many different kinds of details here. Stay tuned for video number 3, where we will talk about the conclusion of your process essay. See you then.